Hello. Once again, I come before you as a representative of the Illuminati. You may call me the Man. Well, recently we had a viewer ask, what's the deal with the supervolcano underneath Yellowstone? And it's actually a very timely question because not too long ago, pictures and video were circulated around the social media interwebs of animals running out of Yellowstone National Park as if they sensed something was coming. And where to start? First of all, there is a supervolcano, or caldera, that's a more technical term, underneath Yellowstone National Park. In fact, most of the park is the caldera. It's a massive, massive volcano. And a caldera is something that's over a mile in diameter. Well, that one's a lot more than a mile in diameter. And should it blow, it will in fact change the course of history. It would set back Western civilization a good deal. And if the one in Indonesia blows, well, it's even worse. Humanity itself may be in danger of going extinct. I can see why you're worried. However, we have taken steps, okay? Those animals, in fact, were not leaving Yellowstone. They were migrating into Yellowstone. And that's one thing. So, you know, the animals haven't suddenly sensed that, you know, here comes Kingdom Come. No, it's actually one of those things where people want attention and they like scaring people, and so they invented this little meme to circulate and spread fear and probably get their chuckles from doing so. So yeah, don't worry about that. The animals aren't suddenly sensing that, hey, here comes danger. No, they're just doing their annual migration thing. Secondly, there are full-time people on these locations, okay? There's 3 of these calderas in the east and western United States alone, and so, you know, the big one in Indonesia, there are people watching these places all around the world, okay, all the time, and they're keeping very close track of it. And thirdly, we have friends. We have friends with the reptilians, and let me tell you something. When you live beneath the surface of the earth, you're all about the magma. Let me just tell you, they really love magma, and they've discovered that there are in fact currents underneath the crust of the earth where this magma flows and ebbs and such. And if you learn how to bleed off some of that pressure, well, you get amazing results. Back around 2004 or something, the caldera in the Yellowstone actually did start to, well, wake up, let's say. And I'm not saying it was going to erupt, but it made us nervous. We were seeing some serious rise in the crust there, and so we contacted our friends, the reptilians, and they bled some of that off into a separate channel, and we got that volcano in Iceland instead. And so we are sorry. We apologize for the inconvenience of the volcano in Iceland. We understand several people had respiratory problems or something like that, but you know, respiratory problems, little flight problems and stuff, you know, the end of Western civilization. You got to take your choices, and so yeah, we're studying how to bleed things off. You know, we actually didn't predict the eruption in Iceland. They told us that they could kind of move it in that direction, but the volcano in Iceland would be able to take the extra pressure, and so you wouldn't have to worry about the eruption. But you know, it's, you know, can't say it's human error at that point. Reptilian error. I mean, it's just that simple. They're not perfect either. And that's just the way it goes. But we are working on it, okay? And the good news is that we think we have, since that time, knocked some of that pressure down. We should have another 100, 200,000 years, some guys say up to 1 million, before Yellowstone decides to blow its stack again. And by that time, we're pretty sure we'll have a handle on the whole thing. We talked to the Anunnaki. They laughed, by the way, Caldera. They thought that was funny. I don't know why, but they did. And yeah, they thought that we were worried about a lot of stuff that we don't need to be worried about. And when we explained to them the end of the world, and they said, well, this could also lead to the end of the world, and then that, and they got the viral stuff, and I didn't sleep a lot that night. But yeah, we're working on it. They gave us some strategies to cope. We're already working with the reptilians. Everything's going to be fine. So mark that off your list, okay? There's enough fear in the world today. There's no need to go, you know, exploring little avenues of what if. half the United States disappeared? Or what if Indonesia was suddenly no longer there? You don't need to worry about that. You know, just you got your day-to-day lives to let us worry about that. We in the Illuminati, that's what we're here for, because we're trying to bring everybody into a kinder, more gentle, and enlightened future. So, if you want to help us out, you can do two things. One, you can leave a comment or a question in the comment section below, and we'll be sure to answer it as soon as we can. And two, when you walk outside your house or your apartment or wherever you happen to live, and you look up there in the sky, you see those chemtrails blazing up there, well, you want to do us a favor? Just relax and breathe deeply.